Hello, this is John with Saul's message for Saturday, February 13th, 2016. Today he is reminding us yet again that we make progress only through love. Peace and love resides within each one of you. Go within and claim it. Oneness can no longer be denied. Cutting-edge science knows, because their experiments have demonstrated conclusively, that everything is connected to everything else. There is no separation. In the everyday world, where the majority of humans focus their attention as they earn their livings, separation is self-evident, but that is because of how you focus your attention on your bodily needs, identifying with them and with their survival and with their avoidance of pain and your desire for pleasure through them. In the illusory world, bodies seem very real because you live through them, gaining all your experiences and sensations through your so-called five senses. But those are limiting thoughts that you believe are real, and by holding those limiting beliefs you therefore make them real. In fact, there are no limits. The limits that you experience are part of the illusion that you built collectively. And of course those limits are an aspect of the illusion that enables you to experience separation as real. When the collective decision to experience separation was taken, the collective wanted it to appear to be as convincing as possible. Thus, with separation, it appears that many separate people are desperately struggling to accumulate as much as possible of the seemingly limited earthly resources that each one needs for survival, in order to ensure that they can continue to survive. This leads to conflict and war. But whenever people have cooperated together, it can be seen that in fact there is an ample abundance available to satisfy everyone's needs. What you do to another you do to yourselves. If you withhold and hoard the earth's beneficence for your own personal use, so will everyone else, and you see this happening all over the world, and scarcity results. On the other hand, when you share that beneficence willingly, you will always have an abundance, and some of you have already discovered this. However, due to your history of hoarding and controlling, trust has almost disappeared, and trust is an essential aspect of a loving economy where the needs of every one are easily met. You need to trust each other for limitation and scarcity to evaporate, but mostly you do not trust yourselves, let alone others, because you have all from time to time betrayed trust that was placed in you, as well as having your own trust betrayed, and you therefore expect others to behave in a similar fashion. And because you hold that belief, that is what you experience. The first step on the path to establishing trust is to intend to be trustworthy and to trust yourselves. And if you betray that trust, as is likely on occasion, apologize to yourselves and forgive yourselves. As you become accustomed to forgiving yourselves instead of judging, blaming, or condemning yourselves, you will find that self-acceptance grows and betrayal of trust is eliminated. When that happens, your vision or perception expands, and you realize that what you are judging yourselves for is what others are also doing, and that it is done out of fear. And by forgiving yourselves, your fears fall away. You become aware of the fear that others are experiencing, and you find yourselves filled with compassion for them instead of judgment. Expecting or demanding that others change before you change does not work. Over the eons that has been clearly demonstrated again and again. Change yourselves, intend to be only loving regardless of the situations in which you find yourselves, and be aware of others who are also doing that, instead of focusing your attention on those who are not. An enormous change has occurred on Earth over the last few decades, because millions have set the personal intent to be always loving, and loving expands its influence across the planet every time someone sets that intent. As a result, those millions are becoming billions, and within the tsunami of love that has enveloped the planet, angry conflicts are dissolving. Love is the infinitely powerful solvent that dissolves or melts all that is unloving. A peaceful and loving world can never be brought into being through war and conflict. To imagine that it can is not only illogical, it is insane. Many who are working for world peace are aware of this and are doing their utmost to make this clear to combatants everywhere. You can help them. Yes, you really can help them. By entering your own inner space, the temple deep within you where love is always present, and quietly intending, several times daily, to experience the warmth that dwells there, and then intending to share it unconditionally and indiscriminately with every human without making even a single exception. As you well know, you are all the beloved children of God, and God excludes no one, offering love constantly to all. God is love and knows that love is the true nature of every single one of his children, because that is how he created them. Unloving behavior of any kind is driven by fear and is a most desperate cry for love. Hear that cry and respond with love. That is why you are incarnate on earth at this moment. Only love works because only love is real. When you fight, thinking that fighting is stronger than love, you are just extending the time scale in which the illusion functions and delaying your awakening from the nightmare of pain and suffering in which it seems you are embroiled. There are very few among you who have not at some time experienced the warmth and peace of love in the arms of another. That peace and love resides within each one of you. Go within and claim it. It is your right. But you do have to relinquish your hold on judgment, resentment, and blame. You are all love incarnate, but being incarnate means that you have accepted being beneath the veil that hides love from you, separates you from it. But knowing that, as you do, you can part the veil when you go within and claim love and allow it to suffuse you. When that occurs, you will never forget it, and you will let your fears just fall away. Here in the spiritual realms, we await your call to love, so that we may deliver as much as your physical bodies can accept. It is an intensely powerful energy that has to be personally adjusted for each of you. None of you will experience it in precisely the same way, but when you do experience it, even very briefly, all your doubt about God's love for you will dissolve, and any sense of unworthiness or unacceptability that you may have been clinging to will be gone. So go within daily and relax completely into the love that awaits you there. With so very much love, Saul.